So here at Mome's Pub, where there's usually a hive of activity, of course, under lockdown level 3, no sit-down customers are allowed. So you would see there, you would come in, buy your alcohol, and then, of course, leave. And this is generally what we've been seeing at some of the pubs and some of the taverns in this particular area, and most are taking the necessary precautions to ensure that their customers are safe. So even before you enter the premises, there is a lot of signage pertaining to COVID-19, and the customers are told exactly what are the rules they need to adhere to. You would see here behind me, if you don't have a mask, you are not allowed to enter, and there's clear signage that only takeaways are allowed. There are no sit-ins during lockdown level 3. And these lines on the floor demonstrating a physical distance 1.5 meters away from each other. So with all the measures put in place at Mome's Place, let's walk now across the road to Mome's liquor distribution. This, of course, is the area where most of the liquor is taken from. And as you can see, a lot of measures have been put in place to keep the employees safe here. All of them do have some of these face shields. And before you're able to enter the distribution site, your temperature is checked. So every single one, your hands are sanitized, and your temperature is also checked as well. Let me bring in the owner of Mome's. Maxwell, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon, sir. Let me just have you face this direction. I see you've taken the measures in place to ensure that your employees are safe.
Before we can allow anyone else coming to our store, our staff must know what is expected out of them. So that is what we have done. Yeah. Immediately when we come to the distribution site, we have got a register of everyone that comes to the store to see who are you, what is your temperature, where do you stay, and your numbers as well. In the normal circumstances, if you can see, we normally open the whole door. But because of social distancing, we put one person at a time. Sometimes because it's hot outside, we make 5 by the queue inside with a social distancing that it's permitted by regulations.
So we walk inside the distribution area. Maxwell, tell us here, what measures have you put in place in this particular area to ensure that the customers are safe?
In the normal circumstances, we open the whole door so that everybody can come in as they come and buy. Now we only put 2 people at a time, and then they always observe the social distancing, and then we give them enough time to look at our stuff. But most of our customers, because they are Shebinas, they know exactly what we sell. Where I'm seated, I'm very convinced that I'm only recover from next year. If, of course, we go to level 0, because my pub is not working, we're only relying on this one. By Thursday, we're going to lay everybody off until Monday. Even their working hours have been reduced, but it's better than nothing. It's better than not having work at all.
So the Beer Association of South Africa says there's been general compliance from all the liquor outlets. They've done inspection at several places around Johannesburg and also other parts of the country. Let's join the CEO now. Thank you very much indeed for your time. What have you generally noticed amongst the liquor outlets in terms of adherence to measures that have been put in place to fight the coronavirus?
The liquor outlets have generally been very well prepared. It was great that government gave us a few days to get ready for Monday.
What are some of the challenges that you're experiencing currently? Because obviously this is quite new to everyone, and generally these businesses are having to operate under very different circumstances.
I think it's just general understanding of what the legislation says. I think it's very important that there's no confusion around. So, for example, on the masks, the legislation says is that as long as your nose and your mouth is covered, that even if it's not a physical mask, is any other, even if it's a scarf, that's allowed. So it's things like that we need to clarify. But we do have guidelines as an industry, and we will be simplifying those so people can actually understand what it is they need to comply with.
What we have picked up that worries us is that, we seem to have created a secondary market that's not legal. By that I mean, you're getting people now that are actually going into these distributors buying alcohol so that they can sell after 5. And we'd like to encourage the public that they must report such, because that is not allowed. Only outlets that are legally licensed are allowed to trade in alcohol. So we've got a number, the illicit alcohol number, that our people can call to report such, because such activity should never be encouraged at all. The number is 0800 014 856. I'll repeat the number, 0800 014 856.